Hi, you guys, it's Wendy coming to you with a project share. This is a commissioned piece. This customer actually ordered two, one for her husband, and she wants it in a Deadpool theme, and then she wanted one that was sort of a mixture of flowery and body positivity. And so this is what I came up for her journal, and of course I'll post a video for her husband's journal. So this one turned out really, really colorful. I did quite a bit of not really any color theme, just threw together what I thought would be bright and cheery and, you know, kind of artsy in the sense that it's a lot of painted papers. So collaged covers, of course. Tried to do kind of a combination of black and white with the measuring tape and the flowers, the mandalas up at the top. And then this is my little charm. I just think it's so beautiful. This journal might be the one that I like the most out of all the ones that I've made. I think it just turned out really pretty. On the inside cover, got this envelope with one of the little yellow message pad pieces of paper for journaling in. Tried to make it kind of meditative, lots of places for contemplation, places for either journaling, writing notes, storing photos, lots of little guest book page. Here I found a coloring book, one of those, all you have to do is use a wet brush and the paint is already on the paper, and in this one that I picked up at a thrift store, a child had already colored in some of the pages, and I thought that was kind of whimsical and kind of nice, so I left that in. This is a magazine page. This is actually moth wings under a microscope. Here we've got a little pocket, another little pocket, lots of fold outs in this. Have some nudes for the body positivity. Lots of little spaces. This is actually the title of the book, and so one of my signatures on this is that I'm always going to take the title page and use it in the book itself. And pretty much I try to fit the name of the title, if I can, to what it is I'm trying to evoke or the person I'm trying to make the journal for. And so this is kind of just might be the only spot in the book where you can actually see what the book was. She's a photographer, so I have this sheet of paper in my collection. I added that. Calendar page, and this little flip out. This is from an old book on how to be a good woman, basically, and so it had a section on exercising. So I thought that was kind of fun. This is making sure you're doing push-ups in the right way. And somebody who's doing some yoga. Just lots of little quotes and things that I thought were kind of evocative. Some watercolor. I have no idea who this girl is. I just thought she was cute. She was in a magazine, and so I decided to put her in. Little quotes. Lots of color, lots of painty papers. Lots of ripped edges. Here's another little camera image that I thought was really cute. This little kid with the frog on his head. I used some of my favorite painted papers, which again is kind of my lesson in doing all this for people, in that I kind of got a little bit hoardy. And so if I would paint papers, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this turned out really beautiful, and I wouldn't use it, but now I'm just going to use it. Here's a cool little tag. There's another tag. This is kind of a fun little list pad that showed up at a thrift store. It says things you must do to make me happy, and they're little check marks that you put. Hopefully it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? So yeah, I thought this was really fun. I think it turned out really beautifully, and would want this, definitely. And that's what I try to do when I'm making these, is try to make something that I would want. This is a cute little thing that somebody sent me in Happy Mail. It's almost not quite heart shaped. You could probably just do it in a circle, or in this case it's that kind of heart shape. But it's basically just sewing 2 or 3 little layers of paper together, and it ends up being a little mini book. I thought that was pretty fun. Some definitions. This little travel diary, which I turned into a little journaling spot. They're little floppy disk holders. They'd be a good place to put pictures. Little quotes. This is a FedEx envelope that I turned inside out, and I had coffee dyed it, and so it's kind of crumply and crunchy. I put one of my little cards on the front of it. A little pocket with a tag. Just another little nude. I happened upon in a thrift store some free magazines that were patterns, particularly for quilting, and so I like these little ads where you can order the fabric. I think they're really pretty. Kind of another photography reference. Another floppy disk holder. Here's another book I kind of worked in, and I used the title page in here. It says, "So what are you waiting for, darling?" I used some old, the art museum, I can't remember which one, puts out one of those rip off the page per day calendars, and I happened upon one in a thrift store, and so I include images from those every so often. Here's another image from that calendar. So yeah, I really like how this turned out. Here's an ad for tea, Womankind tea. There's a little nude. I kind of flipped the page on it, so there's a little bit of a surprise. Another nude. There's another kind of image out of a drawing book. Happiness card. And then another kind of image to end with. But yeah, I think this turned out beautifully. She's a little thick, I have to say. Probably it's got a little bit of the old alligator mouth. It's a little bit too wide, but I can see just kind of leaving it open. You know, if I kind of pan up here a little bit, it kind of splays out. Would be a nice thing to display on a bookshelf or on a coffee table. And of course I'll include one of the little hair elastics in a bright color, you know, that will hold it shut. But yeah, I really like this. I like how it turned out. I think it's beautiful, and I think I'll be in that bright color mode for a little while after I worked on this. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on working today as much as I can. It's the second of my 2 days off in a week, and I'm just working on these journals, on these commission pieces. So anyway, just wanted to share, and I hope you guys are all having a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.